New are you? New. This is the NUU N20. NUU, or NUU, is Nuu Mobile, and it's the name of the company, and this is the N20 phone, which is an affordable Android device that doesn't feel too laggy, but does have some qualities that you need to know about before you go and buy it. So today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how the N20 works, and if it's a phone for your needs. What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Think Magazine, put in a geek. Before we get started, I do have to mention that Nuu Mobile has given me this phone to review. There will be an affiliate link that you can use to support Geekazine, but they're not reviewing this video, and all opinions are that of Geekazine. You can find out all my policies over at geekazine.com/review. If you've got a product that you want me to take a look at, simply contact me at that page below. Now, based out of Hong Kong, Nuu Mobile has been making mobile devices since 2010. They strive to use higher quality materials to give you an affordable yet noteworthy experience. And I do have to say, I'm fairly impressed with what this can do. So let's go over all the specs. I'll show you the unbox, and then I'll show you some of the things that I did with my Nuu Mobile N20, and then we'll go over all the pros and cons. Inside the phone, we have a 6.6-inch HD Plus display with 90 Hz refresh rate. The octa-core processor with 1.6 gigahertz clock speed and 6 gigabytes of RAM will keep those videos and photos rolling. 128 gigs of storage on board, and you can add an SD card for more. Let me show you. Let's basically pop that open and pull that out. Speaking of adding things, this is a dual SIM device, so 2 SIM cards and 1 SD card can be inserted. It does not support eSIM technology. The Unisoc T606 is the chipset inside. The chip will top off at LTE speeds, but it does support AI. Perfect for Gemini, perfect for ChatGPT commands.
AI, AR.
The graphics inside include the Imagination PowerVR GE8322. It runs at 550 megahertz. It's an entry-level GPU, so playing games like Clash of Clans will be decent, but higher res games might not be your best experience. Camera inside, we have the 16 megapixel rear camera with an 8 megapixel wide angle lens. Front camera is 5 megapixel. I did a TikTok showing what the camera would look like in high and low lighting using that front face camera. The phone also has a 5,000 milliamp battery inside. Now, if you don't load intensive apps like Facebook or watch a lot of YouTube videos, you'll get a pretty decent battery life, pretty much all day. But the most impressive spec is that this phone is at Android 14 and there is no bloatware installed.
Loaded?
The only extra item that you see in here is the NUU help, which basically calls up a web page for support. Extra specs include Bluetooth 5.0, multiple sensors like the accelerometer and proximity sensor, facial recognition, and a fingerprint reader to unlock the phone. And the phone is enterprise compatible, so you can have this as a business phone with zero-touch enrollment. With that, I did do an unboxing video a little bit earlier that's up on YouTube. You will also see a little bit of that right now. And then I take this phone out of the studio to see what it looks and functions like. All right, this is the NUU Outdoors, NUU Outdoors, as I'm just walking down to the park, getting some video, getting some shots, and using the open microphone, using the open camera. This is just basically the video, and as you can see, I am walking. There are vehicles passing me by on the right side, my right side at least, and so that's what you will hear if you decide to do a selfie record. I'm not using any gimbal, I'm just using my fingers to hold the phone. So I'm inside into a pavilion, and of course it's a little bit darker in here than it is outside, but you can see how it brightens up as we go, so you can see me. I don't know how well you can hear me. We've got lawnmowers in the background, and just basically wind passing through in this situation. From here, we're looking at some of the features of the rear camera. We just basically got it at standard zoom. And this Frisbee disc golfer that we're zooming in on. Notice the pixelation. Some photos. We got the regular photo. We got the pro photo from the front face camera. We got the main camera, 2x zoom, 6x zoom, and of course some extra photos here. Panel vertical in horizontal and vertical. And then I found this. I actually recorded some video of me working with another program. This is in a darker lit situation if you decide to record your friend's band. Let's take a look at the phone a little bit more. We'll swipe up. Fairly easy getting to your games. That was the Clash of Clans right there. You'll see how quickly it loads up and makes a lot of noise. Hey. So there's the new help that I was talking about earlier. I put on a few different apps and programs like the Tableau. Jam Zone, which I'm going to be doing a review a little bit later, is an app for musicians that want to learn how to play and have backing tracks. This is a basic version, the House of the Rising Sun. It works very straightforward. And I can bring in, I can change out the instruments if I want to, and I can change the volume on that. We'll bring that down a little bit so you don't hear it. But anyway, so that works fairly well. The FM tuner is actually really cool. The only problem is you need to plug in a headphone into the headphone jack. Otherwise, this doesn't work because it acts as the antenna. You can set it up so you'll go through the external speaker, but I tried to do a Bluetooth headset. That didn't work as well, unfortunately. Other than that, as you can see, everything opens up fairly quick. No problems right there. Let's go ahead and open up my photos, and you'll see all the photos that I've been taking and video, of course, for this project. And now let's go into the settings here. We got some simple settings. We'll start with flashlight. This is one setting flashlight. On off. I have not seen any way to make it brighter or darker. We've got the screen view on here, so that's at the darkest setting. That it's at its lightest setting. So we'll set it back to automatic, and then it'll go to something that you can see. We can turn on and off raw auto rotate, just basically everything that that Android 14 can offer. The night light. That's what it looks like in night light mode. We can do a screen record. I did that a little bit earlier, and I can turn on the screencast if we want to. Looking at the screen capture, let's go into ChatGPT and show you how the AI functionality works. So I'm just going to say, hey, tell me more about the NUU N20 and see what it comes up with. All right, searching, and this is the free version. I didn't sign into ChatGPT, so this is what you can see. The NUU N20 is an affordable Android smartphone designed for budget-conscious users. It's got key specifications right there. So as you can see, we get a full list of, there's some pros, and then of course the cons are coming up here, and final thoughts. So this is what you could see on your phone. All right. Let's take a look at some of the pros and cons of this phone. First of all, this phone is only LTE speeds, so don't expect super fast 5G connections. Wi-Fi does show 2.4 and 5 gigahertz options, but I've only been able to connect to 2.4 in a Wi-Fi 6 router. There is no screen sensor. To open, you will need to press the power button. See, if I tap on here, it does not turn on. But I'll do this, and it opens it up. Speaking of which, the buttons are set up similar to the Samsung Galaxy S25. If you use an iPhone, finding the power button might be a little bit getting used to. I did not test the LTE specs because I didn't put a SIM card into this, but I did notice that there's several antennas throughout the phone, and Wi-Fi connection is fairly stable. Running the Wi-Fi Analyzer, it sees a lot of different speeds in the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz range. Once it gets to 6 gigahertz, of course, it doesn't show anything. We have some 5 gigahertz, and then of course the 6 gigahertz, we've got nothing. Now, similar to an older, I have this Asus Zenfone 7 here. running the Wi-Fi Analyzer, we get the same responses for the Wi-Fi. There's the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. There is the 5 gigahertz spectrum right there. We're seeing the same stuff here. This is also not a Wi-Fi 6 phone either. Now, the phone already comes with a protective screen that's already been applied, so you don't need to do any scraping or anything like that. And you do get a clear rubber case that you can put onto the phone, or you can leave without. We'll put the rubber case on, just in case. Just like that. Now, let's talk about one of the big questions. Their parent company of NUU Mobile is called Sun Cupid Group, and they're based in Hong Kong. But do they share any information with the Chinese government? Now, like I said, they're based in Hong Kong, but it is also a joint venture with a US-based company called Noetic, Inc. NUU Mobile is not linked to any mobile data risks by the US government. Overall, this device is fairly solid for $125, which is basically the price comparable to an iPhone 11 or a Samsung Galaxy S21 at the time of this recording. This is also a decent phone for the enterprise level, as it will work with companies that have a phone bank or anything like that, and is quickly replaceable if one of these gets smashed. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you've got a NUU N20, let me know how you use it. And you can always like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification over at youtube.com/Geekazine. Until next time, you guys geek out and stay connected with NUU Mobile.